Let's go ahead and bring Joe into the conversation, and then we'll continue with the program thereafter. Go ahead, Joe. Come on in.
Hey, man, I got a couple of comments for you this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Man, I just have to say, after that tirade, I think you guys are living in complete and utter fantasy land.
Sure. Go ahead.
The school board was taken over because of graft and corruption that really has invaded and inhabits, the majority of the Democrat Party. I'm not saying the Republican form of graft and corruption occurs in different ways, but you guys are nothing but a couple of DNC operatives who write hit pieces, and I don't know where you make your money, but it's really to sit up here and say that the 2020 election was proven to be the cleanest in history is out and out false. Everyone with a pair of eyes saw that it was just utterly rigged.
Okay, which election are you talking about, sir? Which election? 2020 or 2022?
2020 presidential election.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
You guys are so stoked about getting women to call. But honestly, I get this creepy romance vibe that needs to just go away before I think you can expect women to start to call. Also, on a daily basis, you support a rapist, right? You lend support to Joe Biden, who many years ago, one of his aides accused him of raping her. She did the right thing right then. She called the police. But then they said, Senate rules, what happens in the Senate stays in the Senate. And it was completely covered up. Right. And Tara Reid is her name. And it's all fine to say me too, except for her. You guys overlook the fact that creepy old baby sniffer is a rapist. And I think y'all supportive that clown and his family. It's why you don't get them.
So Joe. Okay, I gave you a whole lot of time to talk because, as you know, I'm very fear. Don't hang up though, but don't hang up at all. The same way that I gave you my ears, I'd like to have your ears now. I don't like to play whataboutism, but in some respect, I think you're forcing me to play whataboutism. Okay. So there is one incident that one young lady reported with, and I'm going into this because I want to let you know that I was in fact listening to you. There's one particular incident with Joe Biden that a woman accused him way after the fact, right, of doing something. I don't know how you prove that, but let's just leave that there. One person, let's leave that on the table. But when
it was after the fact.
Okay, for
right then.
Just like I listened to you, I'll ask you to do the same for me. Now, as far as Trump is concerned, I think it has been a constancy with Trump. And in fact, he is on tape talking about what he does to women. My question to you on that one issue, let's do one at a time. On that one issue, does that offend you?
So he doesn't.
It's a yes or no, sir. It's a yes or no. Does it offend you on the way he speaks about grabbing on women, etc.?
In the context that he says it, right? He is with his. It's a secret recording. He's with his crew. He's laughing and joking, and no, honestly, no.
So it doesn't offend you. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. It doesn't offend. It's okay. That's fine. That doesn't offend you. It doesn't offend you that a judge, an impartial judge, said that in as much as he was found liable for sexually abusing a woman, but in our parlance today, what he did was rape. That doesn't offend you as well.
Did she bring that up at the time, or was it much later after?
She brought it up at the time, and there were several corroborating witnesses that convinced her not to bring it to the legal sphere because of who Donald Trump was.
Oh, well, I haven't seen those facts, but yeah, that's a problem.
Well, that would be a problem with you. I'm so happy that you said that, Joe, because I just got a new impression of you. Because at first it was pretty bad. Now, let me continue a little bit further. When it comes to the school district, I am not going to deny that the school district has problems, but I think any particular person who turns over that district to a person who believe in a voucher system, to a person who believe in the privatization of education, for a group that doesn't want that, for parents who don't want that. And remember, purportedly, the Republican Party says that they believe in two things: local control and parent control. And in having the HISD being turned over to a board dictated by the governor, both of those things were negated. Or don't you have to agree with that by definition?
Come
on, Joe. It's a yes or no, Joe. Come on, let's not let let's.
But it's not yes or no because this is a crime enforcement thing that they're doing. They're fighting fraud.
Again, no. Let me stop you a second. Fraud is not, if they're fighting fraud, that's it's in the legal domain, and we do have prosecutors, whether it's be state prosecutors. If the local prosecutors doesn't take control, the state could bring a prosecutor and prosecute the specific corruption, if there was corruption, without saying I'm taking over the entire school board undemocratically. Don't you agree with that, sir?
No, this seems like a rash move. Seems like a big
thank you. Again, what I'm trying to show, brother Joe, what I'm trying to show you is one thing. When we sit down and talk together, right? And not take things from the inflammatory way that you would hear on Fox News or otherwise, that we generally come to the similar conclusions, because we both care about kids. We both care about our country. We both care about our city. I got to move on, Joe. But the reason I wanted to bring this up, right, is in as much as you had a diatribe against myself and my brother, Neil Aquino, I think we're closer than you believe. So give me a closer before I jump to Johnny.
My closer, baby. Let's make America great again.
Thank you, brother. That's good enough. I want to make America great. I don't know about the again portion, but I want to make America great. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel. And number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.